Abarebugyo Bargains. Told you I'll get around to it sooner or later. It's a Sunday, and I'm supposed to be out there bashing dirt bikes around, but my bike's in the workshop, so getting a few things sorted out there, and therefore I'll get this done instead. Now, first of all, we have this flag here. It's a Buddhist thing. This word here means hono, and it means something on the lines of appeasement, trying to appease the gods, and asking for forgiveness, in awe and appreciation of the gods, fearing, something on those lines. And being a Gaijin savage, I have very little understanding of it, but that's that. So something you could look into. I've written a few things down here, and that's how you'd spell it. Hono, respect, fear, in awe of the gods. You'll find that it has, the tabs are really nice, and it would be a really nice piece if you have your own altar set up, something on those lines. And I have a few things over there that would be very nice indeed. Now we also have, let's see, what I'm going to do, list all these individually, and as many and most of these things are very heavy, I'm going to list them under C-mail, send them via C-mail, which is the cheapest method. It does take between about 6 weeks and 3 months in order for them to get to you. So yeah, it takes a long time, but it's the best way, basically. Okay, now, so obviously, if you're not really into patience, gotta have my fast food now, I don't know, maybe try somewhere else, mate. But, okay, let's get on with this. Now, we have this really groovy, this is a cast iron piece. Now, I imagine this to be either, say, an incense burner. It's the Chinese calendar, like the year of the dragon there, and you've got the year of the snake. Let's see now, the year of the rooster right there, and it's a really tiger right there, and the boar right there, and the rabbit right there, and the horse right there. It's really, really cool. I'd imagine those that maybe like a bit of tobacco, something like that, you might want to see, maybe it is an ashtray, or intended to be, not something that I really advocate, but maybe that's what it is, and then you turn that around to a particular year. Okay, so we have that. Now, let's see, a really cool, elaborate samurai armor helmet display. So a really nice piece there. I'll get some photos of everything here. I've got a nice fan here, very large. This is a Chinese piece, as it says. Haven't opened that up in a long, long time. Another really cool helmet display. Dragon there. These sorts of things you'd see in the Genkan, the entranceway in the Japanese home. See, this one here has had a bit of a nick in the bonk, but I guess a little bit of paint there, something like that, and you're good to go. Some of them have a screw system, and you screw them there so I can dismantle everything and shit like that. One of them over here I know is welded, and therefore that'll go as one piece. This one here, I got some brass and cut that up, and was able to put those in as brass pins, just like that. They were brass nails initially. That sits quite solidly. One down here doesn't have any at all, and yet sits just fine, just as it is. But if you wanted to, as a precaution, you could, for a precautionary measure, you could pop a pin in there, even a bit of wood, you know, just a bit of a dowel sort of thing, something on those lines. Another cutie right here. Yeah, little armor display of the dragon there. Okay, so there's some pretty groovy things right there. As I say, bargains, Abarebugyo Bargains, say that quickly. Alright, now, what we have here is, this is old school. We have, now this one here, this bell, I made this compilation actually because I purchased this bell and I didn't have, for example, I didn't have any striker, and so I had a stained Olby, so what I did was I cut the Olby up and then a bit of wood glue, and now it doesn't look fantastic, that is true, and yet it has a story to it. Now, we recently had a typhoon that came through, and the bamboo, which is over that mountain there, a lot of it had been struck down, and pretty forceful it was. And this one is, hold on, I'm going to scratch myself here. This one here is actually one of the pieces that had fallen down, and so instead of it just laying there and not for use, I figured, right, I'll cut that up. And so there you are, a bit of glue and good to go. Now, this one here, not to be struck very hard at all, and they aren't anyway. Beautiful sound. So I found that if you strike it quite hard, you get a very slight bit of vibration in it. So it isn't to be struck. Now there's no visible cracks or anything like that. It's really nice. Generally something of this age would have kanji around the rim, but it doesn't. And yet this has a lot of age in it. But you'll find its sound is tremendous. A lot better than my voice, so I'll just shut up for a second. Okay, now we have this one here. All of this will be included. This one here. Also a lovely bell. Now, you get your cushion, you get this rice paper, kanji, poem. You also get a few, I don't know what these are. These were with it. You get this here. And you get real deal Japanese incense, and this is, I think they make it from the matsu tree, and that's what you smell when you go to shrines and temples. That's the real deal stuff, not cheap. Okay, now there's this is called a Goju no Toro. This is something that I had laying about, and I don't know if it's glass or plastic, but that here, it tells us this is Showa Yonju Sannen Gogatsu, what's that, Niju Rokunichi, that'll be the 26th day of May in, let's see, 1969. There you are. Okay, May of 1969. I'll just make sure confirm that. We're here all day trying to do this. Alright, yeah, there you go. May of 26th of 1968. Right, because you've got to take off a year for that first year. Right, it's early. Okay, now that's that. So it's really quite a nice piece in itself. So that will be included. I'll have to figure it all out as far as weight's concerned. And you know what? I really should go and eat because it's way it's early for me. It's way past lunchtime. the old ticker isn't right on its game. Right, so all of that will be included. Now I'll have to individually get all the photos sorted out, that sort of thing. Packing's going to be, that's going to be fun. Good exercise. A lot of this stuff was surrounding my, as a bench press or any exercise machine ends up with as a clothes rack. This ended up with stuff like this all around it, as you do. So I've got to get these out of the way. Got to get into some training because I'm expected to go and jump that great big jump thing on this motocross bike, and I have to do it. And that's just the way it has to be. So, there you are. Bike's in the workshop today. I'm supposed to be riding today, being Sunday, blah, blah, blah. You don't need to hear about my life. Anyways, my life. Alright, see you later, and enjoy.